Dear students, I hope you are all fine and studying well at home. Today we will discuss about the chapter pair of linear equations in two variables. It is the third chapter of class 10th. Dear students, in the previous class we have discussed about the linear equation in two variables. It is represented by ax plus by plus c equals to 0, where x and y are variables and a, b, c are real numbers. But if we want to represent the equation in two variables, then the coefficients of these two variables must not be both 0. That means we have to put a condition over here. That means we can write it as a square plus b square should not be 0. What does this condition means? This condition means that both the coefficients a and b will not be 0 at the same time. Dear students, we have learned in the previous classes that the linear equation in two variables represents a straight line, and the solution of this straight line is the point on that straight line. The pair of linear equations in two variables is represented by a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0, where x and y are the variables and a1, b1, c1, a2, b2 and c2 are all real numbers. But the condition must be satisfied that both a and b, that is a1, b1 or a2 or b2, should not be 0. So we represent that condition by a1 square plus b1 square should not be equal to 0 and a2 square plus b2 square should not be equal to 0. Dear students, recall that the geometrical, that is graphical representation of a linear equation in two variables is a straight line. Can you now suggest what a pair of linear equations in two variables will look like geometrically? There will be two straight lines, both to be considered together. You have also studied in class 9 that given two lines in the plane, only one of the following three possibilities can happen. First, the two lines will intersect at one point. Second, the two lines will not intersect, that is, they are parallel. Third, the two lines will be coincident. Let us summarize the behavior of lines representing a pair of linear equations in two variables and the existence of solutions as follows. First, the lines may intersect in a single point. In this case, the pair of equation has a unique solution, that is, consistent pair of equations. Second, the lines may be parallel. In this case, the equations have no solution, that is, inconsistent pair of equations. Third, the lines may be coincident. In this case, the equations have infinitely many solutions, that is, dependent pair of equations. Dear students, we have already learned that a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0 represents the pair of straight lines in two variables. Now we will compare the ratios of these coefficients, that is a1 by a2, b1 by b2 and c1 by c2 to understand what does these equations graphically represent. If a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, that means these lines are intersecting lines and the solution is a unique solution. If a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2, that means these lines are parallel and there will be no solution. If a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to C1 by C2, that these lines are coincident and there are infinite solutions for these equations. Let us do one problem to understand how the lines represent by comparing the ratios A1 by A2, B1 by B2 and C1 by C2. So in the first pair, we can see that after comparing these pairs with A1x plus B1y plus C1 equal to 0 and A2x plus B2y plus C2 equal to 0, we can see that in the first pair, A1 is 5, B1 is -4 and C1 is 8. A2 is 7, B2 is 6 and C2 is -9. On comparing the ratio, A1 by A2 will be equal to 5 by 7 and B1 by B2 is equal to -4 by 6. We can easily see that A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. That means the lines are intersecting and have a unique solution. These lines will be intersecting lines. Now, let us compare the ratios of second pair. In this, we can see that 9 by 18 is A1 by A2, which is equal to 1 by 2. Now, B1 by B2 is equal to 3 by 6, which is again 1 by 2. Now, let us find C1 by C2, which is equal to 12 by 24. It is again 1 by 2. So, on comparing, we found that A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. That means this pair has infinite many solutions. That means these are coincident. These are coincident lines. These are intersecting lines. Now, let us solve for the pair 3. In this, we can see that A1 by A2 is equal to 6 by 2, which is equal to 3. B1 by B2 is equal to -3 by -1, which is again 3. And C1 by C2 is equal to 10 by 9. That means we can easily see that A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but it is not equal to C1 by C2. That means these lines are parallel. So we will write these as parallel lines. Now let us discuss one more problem on comparing the ratios A1 by A2, B1 by B2 and C1 by C2. Find out whether the lines representing the following pairs of linear equation are consistent or inconsistent. When we compare the pairs with A1x plus B1y plus C1 equal to 0 and A2x plus B2y plus C2 equal to 0, we get that A1 is equal to 3, B1 is equal to 2 and C1 is equal to -5. And when we compare with the second pair, second linear equation, that is A2 is equal to 2, B2 equal to -3 and C2 equal to -7. So after comparing the ratios, A1 by A2 can be seen as 3 by 2, B1 by B2 is equal to 2 by -3, that is -2 by 3. We can easily see that A1 by A2 in first case is not equals to B1 by B2. That means this pair of linear equations in two variables is consistent. So this is having a unique solution and the lines will be representing an intersecting line, consistent with unique solution. Now let us compare the second pair with the standard form. We get A1 by A2 is equal to 2 by 4, which is equal to 1 by 2, and B1 by B2 is equal to -3 by -6, which is again equal to 1 by 2. But when we compare it with C1 by C2, it is not equal to A1 by A2 and B1 by B2. So we got to know that A1 by A2 in this case is equal to B1 by B2, but it is not equal to C1 by C2. We know that this represents the parallel lines. That means the solution is inconsistent. Dear students, now let us discuss the graphical method of solution of a pair of linear equations. Dear students, in the previous class we have learned how to represent the linear equation in two variables graphically. Let us take one example to again represent the linear equation in two variables graphically. Let us take an example, x plus y is equal to 1. You can see that when we put x equal to 0, we get y as 1, and when we put y equal to 0, we get x as 1. When we plot this on the Cartesian coordinate system, then we can see that represents a straight line passing through 2 points 1, 0 and 0, 1. Now let us discuss about how to solve the pair of linear equation in two variables graphically. Dear students, let us take some examples. Check graphically whether the pair of equations x plus 3y equal to 6 and 2x minus 3y equal to 12 is consistent. If so, solve them graphically. Let us draw the graphs of equation 1, that is x plus 3y equal to 6, and equation 2, that is 2x minus 3y equal to 12. For this, we find two solutions of each of the equations. Let us find the solutions for equation number 1. X equal to 0 and y is equal to 2 is one solution, and x equal to 6 and y equal to 0 is second solution for equation number 1. Now let us find the solution for equation number 2. X equal to 0 and y equal to minus 4 and x equal to 3 and y equal to minus 2. These are the solutions for equation number 2. Let us plot these points on the graph paper and join the points to form the lines. We observe that there is a point 6, 0 common to both the lines. So, the solution of the pair of linear equations is x equal to 6 and y equal to 0. That is, the given pair of equations is consistent. Dear students, let us discuss the algebraic methods of solving a pair of linear equations. Let us discuss the first method, that is the substitution method. We will explain the method of substitution by taking some examples. Dear students, let us take some examples to understand how to solve the pair of equations by the substitution method. We have took an example in which there are two equations, x plus y equal to 14 and x minus y equal to 4. This is equation number 1 and x minus y equal to 4 is equation number 2. Now, let us take some steps to solve this question. Step number 1. We can take any of these equations and rewrite this, that is x plus y equal to 14, and we will find one variable in terms of another. So we can find x or we can find y. So we are now finding x in terms of the other variable, that is y, and name this equation as equation number 3. Now let us discuss step number 2. In this, we will put the value of x found in equation number 3 in equation number 2, that is, substitute the value of x in equation number 2. So first of all, we will write equation number 2 again. This was equation number 2. Now we will substitute the value of x from equation number 3 in equation number 2. So x was 14 minus y. So here we will write 14 minus y, and minus y equals to 4. Now we will solve this to find the value of y. that is 14 minus 2y is equal to 4. Now transposing 4 on the left hand side and 2y on the right hand side. So we will get 14 minus 4 is equal to 2y, that is 10 is equal to 2y. That means 2y is equal to 10, and we will divide both sides by 2. We get y is equal to 5. So now we will put this value of y in equation number 3. In this we have already found that x is equal to 14 minus y. This was equation number 3. Now we will put the value of y is equal to 5 in equation number 3 to find the value of x. So x is equal to 9. So we have found the solution of this pair of linear equation in two variables, that is x equal to 9 and y equal to 5. We can also verify these values by putting the value of x and y in both the equations. Let us check. In first equation, if we put the value of x equal to 9 and y is equal to 5, we get the left hand side equal to 14, which is equal to the right hand side. Now let us put the values of x and y in equation number 2 and verify. The value of x is 9 and the value of y is 5. We get the answer as 4, which is equal to the right hand side. So we have found the solution of these pair of linear equations in two variables by the substitution method. Dear students, let us discuss a very interesting problem, that is 2x plus 3y equal to 9. Let us give this equation number 1, and 4x plus 6y equal to 18. Let us solve by the substitution method. So we rewrite the equation number 1. This is step number 1. In this we will write the equation number 1 and find the one variable in the form of another, that is x equal to 9 minus 3y divided by 2, and give the equation the name equation number 3. In step 2, we will substitute the value of x found in step 1 in equation number 2, that is 4 into 9 minus 3y divided by 2 plus 6y is equal to 18. So we divide 4 divided by 2 is 2, that means 9 to the 18 minus 6y plus 6y is equal to 18. So in this equation you can see that the variable which we were trying to find eliminated itself. That's why I told in the beginning that let us do a very interesting problem. Let us understand what does this mean. That means this statement is true for all values of y. However, we do not get the specific value of y as a solution. Therefore, we cannot obtain a specific value of x. This situation has arisen because both the given equations are the same. Therefore, equations 1 and 2 have infinitely many solutions. Now, let us do another method of solving the pair of linear equations in two variables. This method is called elimination method. This is sometimes more convenient than the substitution method. Dear students, let us solve few problems using elimination method. Now the equation number 1 and 2 are given. In step number 1, we will multiply equation number 1 by 2. We will get the equation as 2x plus 2y is equal to 10. Let us name this equation number 3 and rewrite the equation number 2, that is 2x minus 3y equals to 4. Now, in step number 2, we will subtract these two equations. The purpose of multiplying equation number 1 by 2 is to make the coefficients of one variable equal. So, in this we made the coefficient of x equal. Now, after subtracting these two equations, what we will get? We will get 5y on the left side and 6 on the right hand side. You can see that the variable x got eliminated That's why this method is called elimination method. So we got the value of y as 6 by 5. Now in step number 3, we will substitute the value of y obtained in step number 2 in equation number 1 or equation number 2. So let us put this value in equation number 1 to get the value of x. So x is equal to 5 minus 6 by 5. So x is equal to 25 minus 6 by 5. That is x is equal to 19 by 5. So we can easily verify by putting the values of x and y in both the equations. So let us put the value of x in equation number 1 and y also in equation number 1. So we get the left hand side of equation number 1 as 19 by 5 plus 6 by 5, which is equal to 25 by 5, which is equal to 5, which is equal to the right hand side of the equation number 1. So it got verified. Now we'll put the value of x and y in equation number 2. So twice of 19 by 5 minus 3 times 6 by 5. So we get the answer as 38 minus 18 divided by 5, which is equal to 20 divided by 5, which is equal to 4, which is equal to the right hand side of equation number 2. Hence, the solution is verified. Dear students, let us take one more example on elimination method. We have two equations, 3x minus 5y equal to 4 and 9x minus 2y equal to 7. So let us multiply the equation number 1 by 3. So we get the equation as 9x minus 15y equals to 12. And we will rewrite the equation number 2 as it is, because our purpose of multiplying these two equations by some constant is to make the variables coefficient same, that is either of the two variables coefficient same. We have made the coefficient of x same in these two equations. Now we will subtract these two equations in step number 2, so that one variable got eliminated totally. So we got the answer as minus 13y on the left side and 5 on the right hand side. That means y is equal to minus 5 by 13. Now let us put the value of y equal to minus 5 by 13 in equation number 1. That is 3x minus 5 into minus 5 by 13 equals to 4. That is 3x plus 25 by 13 equal to 4. That is 3x equal to 4 minus 25 by 13. That is 3x equal to 52 minus 25 divided by 13. That is 3x equal to 27 divided by 13. That is x is equal to 9 by 13. So these are the solutions for the pair of linear equation in two variable, that is x equal to 9 by 13 and y equal to minus 5 by 13. We can easily verify the solution by putting the value of x and y in these two equations. I hope you will definitely try to put these values in these two equations to verify the answer. Dear students, so far we have learned how to solve a pair of linear equation in two variables by graphical, substitution and elimination method. Now let us introduce one more algebraic method to solve a pair of linear equation, which for many reasons is very useful method of solving these equations. The method is cross multiplication method. Now let us discuss this method in detail. Dear students, in cross multiplication method, we are given two equations in standard forms. You can see that these are two linear equations in two variables in the standard form. Now let us discuss how to calculate x and y from these two equations. We will multiply first equation by b2 and the second equation by B1. So let us see what we obtain. A1 B2 plus B1 B2 A1 A2x plus B1 B2y plus C1 B2 equals to 0. Let us name this equation number 3. Now we will multiply the second equation by B1. So we will get A2 B1x plus B1 B2y plus C2 B1 equals to 0. You can see that now the coefficients of y in both the equations are same. Now we will subtract these two equations. So you can see that the coefficient of x is now A1 B2 minus A2 B1, and the terms containing y are cancelled, plus C1 B2 minus C2 B1 equals to 0. So you can easily now find the value of x from these. X is equal to minus, when we transpose this to the right hand side, we'll take minus common and the terms will look like this: C2 B1 minus C1 B2 upon A1 B2 minus A2 B1. So we got x as C2 B1 minus C1 B2 upon A1 B2 minus A2 B1. Now let us put the value of x in equation number 1. That is, we will substitute the value of x in equation number 1 to obtain y. We will get in this case y is equal to C1 A2 minus C2 A1 upon A1 B2 minus A2 B1. We can rewrite the values of x and y in this form. You can see that we have written x upon B1 C2 minus B2 C1 equals to y upon C1 A2 minus C2 A1 equal to 1 upon A1 B2 minus A2 B1. You can easily find the value of x and y from this relation. Now let us make one diagram which will be very helpful in calculating the whole process. Now let us write B1 B2 here, then C1 C2, then A1 A2, and then again B1 B2. This diagram will be very helpful in remembering the result. You can see that x is divided by a value which can be obtained by cross multiplying and subtracting these values, that is B1 C2 minus B2 C1 in this order, and y divided by, you can see that C1 A2 minus C2 A1, and 1 divided by A1 B2 minus A2 B1. So you just have to remember the order in the cyclic manner, that first we have B1 B2, then C1 C2, then A1 A2, and then B1 B2. And just remember that this cross multiplication and subtraction is represented by these two arrows. Now let us solve one problem based on cross multiplication method. The equations are x minus 3y minus 7 equal to 0 and 3x minus 3y minus 15 equal to 0. We can easily compare these equations with the standard forms. Those are a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. And we can easily say that the coefficients are a1 is equal to 1, b1 is equal to minus 3 and c1 equal to minus 7. And comparing the second equation with the standard form, we get a2 equal to 3, b2 equal to minus 3 and c2 equal to minus 15. Now let us solve this by the diagram we have earlier discussed. So x b1 b2, so here we have to write minus 3 and here again minus 3 b1 b2, then c1 c2, there it is minus 7 and minus 15, then a1 a2, that is 1 and 3, then again b1 b2. So now let us make some equation. X upon we have to cross multiply minus 3 and minus 15 and subtract multiplication of minus 3 and minus 7. So here x upon minus 3 into minus 15 minus minus 3 into minus 7 equal to y upon minus 7 into 3, subtract it by minus 15 into 1. So we get y upon minus 7 into 3 minus minus 15 into 1 is equal to 1 upon, now multiply 1 and minus 3 and subtract 3 and minus 3's. 1 into minus 3 minus 3 into minus 3. So let us simplify these values. X upon 45 minus, and this minus into minus will be plus, so this is 21 is equal to y upon minus 21 plus 15 is equal to 1 upon minus 3 plus 9. So let us further simplify. X is equal to x upon 24 equals to y upon minus 6 equals to 1 upon 6. Now we will take these two equalities and equate them. X by 24 is equal to 1 by 6. Now we will get the value of x by cross multiplying these value. X equal to 24 by 6, which is equal to 4. So we got the result that x equal to 4. Now let us equate these two ratios, that is y by minus 6 equals to 1 by 6, that is y is equal to minus 6 divided by 6, that is y is equal to 1. So we have obtained the values of x and y. We can easily verify by putting these values in the two equations. Dear students, now we will learn some word problems. Question number 1. The difference between two numbers is 26 and one number is 3 times the other. Find them. Dear students, let us assume let the first number be x and the second number be y. Now according to the given conditions, we have x minus y equal to 26 and given it equation number 1. Assuming that x is greater than y and x is equal to 3y and gave it equation number 2. Now the pair of linear equation in two variables is formed. Now let us solve this. Let us rewrite equation number 1 and also rewrite equation number 2 in the transformed manner so that all the variables are on the left hand side. Now using any one of the three methods we have discussed, that is substitution method, elimination method and cross multiplication method, we can solve this pair of linear equation in two variables. Let us try to find this by elimination method. So in this the coefficient of x are already same, so we have to just subtract these two equations. So we got that means y is equal to 26 divided by 2, which is equal to 13. By substituting the value of y equal to 13 in any of these two equations, we will get the value of x. That is x is equal to 26 plus 13. That is x is equal to 39. So we got the two numbers, that is 39 and 13. These are the two numbers. X is equal to 39 and y is equal to 13. So if we want to check that these are the two numbers satisfying these two conditions, we can put the values of x and y in these two equations to verify this. Dear students, let us solve some other problems. The taxi charges in a city consists of a fixed charge together with a charge for the distance covered. For a distance of 10 km, the charge paid is rupees 105, and for a journey of 15 km, the charge paid is rupees 155. What are the fixed charges and the charge per kilometer? How much does a person have to pay for traveling a distance of 25 kilometers? Dear students, let us assume that the fixed charges is equal to x rupees and the charges for every kilometer equal to y rupees. According to the given conditions, x plus 10y equals to 105 and x plus 15y equal to 155. Now we can solve this pair of linear equation in two variables by any of the methods we have discussed earlier, that is by elimination method or substitution method or cross multiplication method. Let us solve this by substitution method. We will rewrite the equation number 1, that is x plus 10y is equal to 105, and we will find x in terms of y and substitute the value of x found in equation number 3 in equation number 2, that is y is equal to 10, and after substituting the value of y in equation number 3, we will get the value of x, that is x is equal to 5 rupees and y is equal to 10 rupees. So the answer is that the fixed charges are 5 rupees and charges per kilometer are 10 rupees. Now let us find how much he has to pay for 25 kilometers. For 25 kilometers, the person has to pay x plus 25y. That means he has to pay 5 plus 25 into 10. That is 5 plus 250 is equal to 255 rupees. Dear students, let us take another example. A fraction becomes 9 by 11 if 2 is added to both the numerator and the denominator. If 3 is added to both the numerator and the denominator, it becomes 5 by 6. Find the fraction. Let the numerator be equal to x and the denominator equal to y. According to the given conditions, x plus 2 upon y plus 2 is equal to 9 by 11 and x plus 3 upon y plus 3 is equal to 5 by 6. Let us find the equations. 11 into x plus 2 is equal to 9 into y plus 2. We have cross multiplied these numbers in equation number 1. That means 11x minus 9y equals to 18 minus 22. That means 11x minus 9y is equal to minus 4. Let us give this equation number 3. Now we will transform equation number 2 that means 6x minus 5y is equal to 15 minus 18. That is 6x minus 5y is equal to minus 3. Let us give this equation number 4. Now we have to solve equation number 3 and equation number 4. We can use any of the methods. Let us solve this by substitution method. We can find the value of x in terms of y from equation number 3. And we will substitute this value of x in equation number 4, that is that means minus y minus 24 equal to minus 33. That means y is equal to 33 minus 24, which is equal to 9. That means y is equal to 9, and we can find the value of x by substituting the value of y in equation number 5. That means x equal to minus 4 plus, that means x is equal to 7. So we have found that x equal to 7 and y is equal to 9. That means the fraction is 7 by 9. Dear students, now let us discuss how to solve the equations reducible to the pair of linear equations in two variables. Now let us discuss how to solve such pair of equations which are not linear but can be reduced to linear form by making some suitable substitutions. Let us discuss this process through some examples. Dear students, let us discuss one problem. 2 by x plus 3 by y equals to 13 and 5 by x minus 4 by y equals to minus 2. These are two equations and we have to solve them after reduction into the standard form. Now we will substitute 1 by x equals to p and 1 by y equals to q, and the substitution will be done in both the equations, and these equations will be reduced to 2p plus 3q is equal to 13 and 5p minus 4q is equal to minus 2. And let us name these equations 3 and equation number 4. Now we can solve these equations by any of the methods we have discussed earlier, that is by substitution method, elimination method or cross multiplication method. Let us solve these pair by elimination method. In this, we will multiply equation number 3 by 5 and equation number 4 by 2. Then these equations will become 10p plus 15q is equal to 65 and 10p minus 8q is equal to minus 4. These are equation numbers 5 and 6. Now let us eliminate p from these equations. This will become 23q is equal to 69. That means q is equal to 69 divided by 23. That means q is equal to 3. After substituting the value of q in any of the equation number 3 or 4, we can get the value of p. That is 2p plus 3q is equal to 13, means 2p plus 3 into 3 is equal to 13. That is 2p is equal to 13 minus 9. That is 2p is equal to 4. That means p is equal to 2. Now, the value of q is 3 and the value of p is 2. But we have to find the value of x and the value of y. We substituted 1 by x equal to p. Now we can compare this. That is p is equal to 2. That means 1 by x is equal to 2. This implies x is equal to 1 by 2. Now we can also compare q, that is equal to 3, but q was substituted by at the place of 1 by y. That means 1 by y is equal to 3. That means y is equal to 1 by 3. So in this way we have solved the value of x and y for this pair of linear equations. Dear students, I hope you must have understood the chapter thoroughly and you all will be able to do the problems related to this chapter. Thank you.